Hello and welcome to Sobrix. I'm Adam and this is Sobrix. This is my channel for reviewing Lego sets and building them and other Lego related stuff. In this video, I'm going to be taking a look at the brand new for 2025 Lego City Off-Road Mountain Truck set. This is set number 60447. It has 221 pieces and I paid $20 for this set. I don't know if this is technically part of the city great vehicle line. It may be. There's often these $20 kind of vehicles in the city line that generally I have liked, and the more recent one is the donut truck and the burger truck I liked, and stuff like that. And I actually looked at a retired city set that was like a sub theme of city that was mountain something, and it was like a off-road pursuit or something like that. And then when I saw this was coming out, this looked really interesting. There's like elements here that reminded me of the Land Rover and some of the other stuff that's come out in recent years. So I was really excited to see what this set had to offer. And I feel like the $20 price point is a really important price point for Lego City to hit, but also other themes. And so I really wanted to test, all these out. So looking forward to this. So in this video, I'm going to open this up. I'm going to put this together, and then I'm going to share my thoughts on it. While I build, I'll speed the video up, and then I'll slow it back down to review this set. So until then, enjoy. Okay, so while we look at the build for this Lego City Off-Road Mountain Truck, I just wanted to say thanks for watching, and then remind you, if you like the video, please click the thumbs up, and if you like my other videos, please consider subscribing. That helps me a lot, means a lot to me. It's free and it's helpful. And then if you want to support the channel in a different way, there's ways to do that. Check the description and stay tuned when I say all my spiel at the end of the video. And then I'm going to talk about the build. So this mountain truck does not start out with a chassis. We kind of build it all up, sort of buildable fenders as well as some fender pieces, a couple stickers in here, but okay. I really like the colors. There is some genuine building in the internals of this, so it's not just a frame, and that does add to some of the detail, some of the functionality, the playability here, and I really appreciated that. There's also like space, which is nice. It's nice to have space for storage, space for play, tons of different stuff. So this is really coming together here. We have almost all of the walls and everything. Now we can start working on some of the details like the accessories. We can work on the roof and attach the wheels, and then we will have completed this. I think this is really fun. I hope you enjoy the rest of the video. So thank you very much. And now on to my review for this set. Okay, so that is this Lego City Off-Road Mountain Truck set. This is pretty much exactly what I expected. There was some surprises in here that were pleasant, and overall this is a super solid model. Really, really fun set. Great play potential. I think it looks really, really nice. This has a lot of things going for it, and I'll kind of work my way through them. The first thing that we will look at, though, is the minifigure. You get one minifigure in this set. That is maybe one place where maybe two minifigures would have been, that extra bump up, but it's not too bad. So this is a great minifigure. We do have the camera accessory here. We also get this wonderful map. So they were doing those printed maps for the Lego City Jungle stuff, and this is not, I don't think, part of that, or I don't think this is going to connect to anything else. It may, but this is a really nice printed tile, a 2x3 there. So really cool map. And then looking at the minifigure itself, pretty standard hairpiece. They use this hairpiece on a lot of characters, sort of a masculine presenting face, but it could be either way. There's no alternate face here, which is fine. Looking at the torso, they have kind of a khaki like vest rather, kind of like a safari vest. They have maybe like a GPS or a compass there, different zippers and pockets and pouches and clips, and then underneath they have that orange, so the arms are orange there. No printing on the midsection, no printing on the legs. Back of the torso, kind of the back of the vest there. This is really standard. It's a city figure, and these are relatively common. They don't go crazy with like details for some of these. And if this is just a civilian, they're just wearing pants, and that makes sense to me. So this is a perfectly serviceable minifigure. It does feel a little bit off-roady, a little bit adventurous, a little bit of kind of mountaineery sort of stuff. So I think that's pretty cool. And there's also a bunch of other accessories in here. So let me actually get those out, and I'll try to go through this as best as I can, because we also get a shovel that ends up kind of going in the back of the truck. We have a sleeping bag here, which has the little logo down there, and this is a sticker. So there are stickers in this set, sticker sheets over here, not that many, and they're totally fine. I was perfectly okay with them, so fine to get this here. And actually the color match on the sticker for like the light bluish gray there to right here is okay, and then the rest of it is some contrast there, but that makes sense. So then, and we also get the shovel, like I said, and then there's these crates that go on top of the vehicle, and those are loaded with accessories as well. So in this one we have like a water bottle or a power drink or something for hydration. There's a banana in there, and also what looks to me to be like a flashlight. So that is very, very good. You could swap different things out, have those in the character's hands, and then you get another crate, and in this one you get the wrench and the kind of pry bar piece here. You get a binoculars, a compass, and a first aid kit. So this is like a really comprehensive kit for like play. There's lots of things that could be in the minifigure's hands, could be out in the environment that they could be using and engaging in it. It's got like a really natural flowing kind of play style and through line and story. So I like the narrative of this, and I'm glad that they included all the component parts. There are things that could have made it even better. Maybe a helmet, honestly, for this character, if maybe they're going to be rock climbing or they're going to be doing other stuff. Like, it could always be more, but what is here is really, really good, and I'm glad it's not less. So we do get these 2 crates, which is very nice, and then the rest of the build is this off-road mountain truck. So I'm a little bit surprised. I think this is technically 8 wide, and I don't know if that's just becoming more common, or maybe that's always, I don't know. I for some reason I tend to think of city vehicles as 6 wide and then 8 wide, and like friends vehicles sometimes are like they're like 10 wide or something like that. And Speed Champions were they had gone through different sizes, but this is really, really cool. It doesn't use a chassis, but we start building it on a 2x16 or whatever a plate here, and we put on the axle plates really early on, and we start building up the layers. I think this is really, really cool. There's kind of this like these 2x2 pieces that have the kind of bar coming off the bottom of them, are used along here almost for like a little rail, or one of maybe those like fold out kind of steps on some modern trucks or something like that. It's just a really good look from the profile, so nice use of those pieces there. We build up the back here, all brick built fenders for the most part. They do use this fender piece, but we use these inverted slopes in here. Here's another sticker, just really easy studs on the side. There are not doors on here, but this is only on there on those 2 studs, so it's actually really easy to pop that off to maybe get a character in there. So sticker right there, sticker on the front, sticker on the side here again, and then on the rear, no license plate or anything for this one. So just the 5 stickers, the big ones being this. It would have been wonderful if they were prints. I think the stickers are fine. They're easy enough to put on, and the color match is okay. At certain angles it maybe looks a little different, but I think that works. Sometimes decals and wraps and different things on vehicles have a particular look to them, and sometimes they're really, really good. But we kind of build that up. There's actually not a ton of like crazy building in the back. It's pretty straightforward. Studs on top, we do have some brackets used for the lights. Get this nice kind of a rounded out but still sort of blockish or squared angled at the back there. Reminds me a little bit of like the Bronco if that was in Speed Champions. And then up at the front, there actually is some like interesting building up here, because one of the features of this is we do have a like, what do they call them? Like a winch or a pulley or a tow rope or something here. So if there's lots of different ways this could be used to assist in, getting up a steep incline, or there's just lots of things, or moving something, pulling something. There's lots of stuff. So this is on there. It uses the Lego string with the stud on it, so you don't have to tie anything. It studs in here. This one uses one of the yellow Technic pins and one of the black ones on the other side. So the yellow ones have less friction, and the black ones do have more. There's not a handle or a knob or anything like that to retract this. So one just has to kind of roll it back manually. That's not that big of a deal, but it is something to be aware of. I'm not sure if there's a great way to do it that wouldn't be like really obvious and kind of obstruct it in some way, but that can sit right up on the front there. I think that looks really good. Does kind of take place of where a license plate and a grill would be, but there's still kind of some subtle details around there. Again, the bracket use on the front with the cheese wedge. There's actually some other internal details in here as well, and part of that is because there's a piece here that I think is new to me, but maybe not. Maybe it's just an old piece that I haven't seen used very much. We have the hood of the car here, and we can actually open that up. You can see it's actually two pieces. So this piece and then this kind of like a trap door piece in there. And if you use the exhaust kind of snorkel smokestack type thing here, if we flip that back, we can actually open up the hood of the vehicle and kind of get a look at like maybe some engine detail in there, just a little bit, not a ton, but that's a really nice function. I think it just works. It's super basic, but we do make some room for that in there. And then if this character wanted to be, performing some maintenance on here out on the road with the wrench and different stuff, there's an option for that. So I really like this. I don't think this replaces the piece that isn't two pieces and doesn't have the kind of the trap door or the hinge in there, but it's really great to have other options, and so I really like that. Standard windscreen here, windows all the way around. Interestingly enough, like no doors here. There's no way to open the back, which is something that I'm pretty used to seeing on stuff like that, or opening the sides. Of course, I've already shown it. You can open the top pretty easy. You build the roof just on this 6x10, and there's some places to attach the boxes or the crates up there, the storage. They can be put, close together or a little farther apart or different stuff like that. So that's fine. We have like the light bar up here, and then we have some other kind of like racking, just using some bar elements. Not too much going up there, but that's very nice. And it just attaches kind of on these 4 studs. In the back, we actually do have a lot of cargo space. I don't know if there's enough to like fit both of these chests in there. It would probably, it doesn't look like that's possible, and I don't know if Lego is really wanting people to do that, but maybe, because they do have like these tiles in here, the rails, so it is actually like, if you line that up and drop that in there, it's not that difficult to get it out of there, which it could be. And then we can also like store the sleeping mat in the back, and maybe in the truck bed back here, that is where a character might be sleeping. And we can also store that back there. You can store the camera, the map back there. You theoretically could have one of those back there, pop on the roof, have one up top, or have one down here or something like that. So there's options, and there's room in the back. There's storage here. They do use these kind of inverted slope pieces to sort of round that out. We do have space for 2 figures to sit, but only 1 figure comes in this set. And there's some good detail in here too. So you do see a little bit of the Technic here, which is a little bit of the mechanism that allows this to pop up, but it's not super noticeable, and I actually kind of like how that looks there. We do have the steering wheel that's not just directly in the center. We also have the printed kind of dashboard there with the speedometer. You got the suggestion of some mirrors. There's the ladders on both sides, which is a good touch. And I think this is really strong. I think the colors are nice. The kind of sand green that's been used a lot more lately, I think, is that not the color of the Range Rover like icons set? I think was that, and like the Natural History Museum and different things was this kind of sand green, and so seeing it here is fine. We do have that nice kind of newer, I believe, orange throughout here, which gives it a nice pop, so it's not so muted, and it feels, you know, true to what I might imagine this looks like. Super stable. Big wheels, pretty standard wheels. They spin fine. This is a nice, you know, good size thing to grip, to play with, to push around. So I really think this is a stellar set here, and there's just lots of stuff to do. And again, like I said, you know, there can always be more. You know, I'm already like, maybe there should have been a tent in this, or a thing for a campfire, or this or that, or another thing. Here's what it looks like with a figure in there, which looks pretty darn good. And yeah, you know, they could have done this. There was that off-road like race truck set that had the like big chunky wheels and rubber bands to give it sort of some suspension or something like that. So it ended up having a much larger footprint, but that was technically a city set. And I think that one did come with a tent and a bike and something like that. I think that one retailed for a little bit more than this one did, and then you know, I found that one on sale and different stuff. But this is like a modern kind of more grounded look at something like that, and I think that's it's really successful in what it's attempting to do here. So I don't know if this is part of the great vehicles line. It feels like it to me. It is a great vehicle, but not every great vehicle that the Lego company makes fits under that line. I just think this is a really strong contender here for lots of stuff. I kind of felt that I was going to like this, and then having it here really brings me joy. It was as good as I wanted it to be, and so I'm very happy with this. I'll show the extra pieces because you do get some. A couple 1x1s. You get the hilts for the lightsaber, a couple of these Technic pins, Technic bushings, hollow studs, extra of the compass, cheese wedges for different stuff, Technic half pin, all your 1x1s, your studs, your tiles, your little pieces. And this set is 221 pieces, one minifigure, and it retails for $20. So, yeah, that makes sense to me. And getting it on sale, then we're looking at $16 or $18, depending if it's 10 or 20% off or something like that. And that feels pretty good. You know, I'm coming from a place where like Speed Champions were $20 and then were 25 and then now are 27 or 28 or whatever. And actually, just towards the end of the year in 2024, I saw a lot of the older Speed Champions like heavily discounted to down to, you know, $15, $14, $13, $12. And so like I still really like those. Those have branding, they have licensing, and they're, you know, different kind of builds. But this is really strong for the city line. It feels nice to have. Overall, it's a great looking set in my opinion, and it's got like the right amount of realism, the right amount of fun, the right amount of play potential here to really like satisfy and earn its price point. I think, yeah, the price per piece makes sense. It could have an extra minifigure. It could have a lot of extra things. I'm like, I don't want to give Lego, like, cut them a ton of slack and just say, wow, they nailed it, this is a great value and this is the best, because I want Lego to be more affordable, and I would advocate for them to, like, they could afford to put another figure in here and keep it $20. They could afford to put other accessories and other stuff in here and keep it $20. And I'm not necessarily saying that they should do that. I maybe would like it a little bit more if they did, but considering the Lego pricing scheme for 2023, 2024, 2025, this feels on the better end of things on the value spectrum. So I'm really happy, and just overall this was very fun, very cool, good stuff in here. Well done, and thank you for watching. So that's it. If you like this video, please click the thumbs up and give it a like. If you like my other videos, click the subscribe button down below so you can stay up to date on all the Lego videos I'll be doing here in the future, including more Lego City sets, more stuff from the new releases in 2025, as well as old sets and retired themes and tons of other stuff. So if you're interested in that, please subscribe. It helps me a lot, and it is free. And then if you wanted to do something that supports the channel in a different way by giving money to the channel, you can do that. It's not needed, it's not necessary, but if you are so inclined, there is membership supers and thanks on YouTube. There's a Patreon with links in the description. There's other affiliate links in the description. There's a buy me a coffee link. All that helps like financially support the channel, which again is not nobody needs to do anything, but if anybody wants to do anything, those avenues are out there, and I really appreciate it. So thank you very much. And with all that said, until next time, thanks. Bye.